By the age of 30, one man had conquered more land than any ruler before him. He never lost a single battle. His armies crossed mountains, deserts, and rivers thought impossible to pass, and in their wake, empires fell and kings fled. The ancient world was never the same again. His name was Alexander the Great, and his wars did not just change borders. They changed the course of history itself. Alexander was born in 356 BCE in the Kingdom of Macedon, the son of King Philip II, a brilliant military leader who transformed Macedon into a dominant power in Greece. From a very young age, Alexander was trained for greatness. He learned warfare, leadership, and discipline, but he also studied philosophy, science, and politics under one of the greatest minds of the ancient world, Aristotle. These lessons shaped not only his intelligence, but his belief that he was destined for extraordinary achievements. Alexander admired legendary heroes like Achilles and dreamed not of ruling a single kingdom, but of conquering the known world. When Alexander was just 20 years old, his father was assassinated, and the throne passed to him. Many believed he was too young to rule, too reckless to lead an empire. Greek city-states rebelled, expecting Macedon to collapse under inexperienced leadership. Alexander responded with speed and brutality. He crushed revolts, destroyed the city of Thebes, and sent a clear message across Greece that resistance would not be tolerated. Within a year, his authority was absolute. With Greece secured, Alexander turned his attention eastward, toward the greatest superpower of the ancient world, the Persian Empire. In 334 BCE, Alexander crossed into Asia with an army of around 40,000 men. Facing him was the vast Persian Empire, stretching from Egypt to India, rich beyond imagination and supported by enormous armies. Many believed Alexander's invasion was madness, but Alexander relied on discipline, speed, and innovative tactics. At the Battle of Issus, he faced the Persian king Darius III. Though heavily outnumbered, Alexander attacked directly at the enemy's center, breaking the Persian lines and forcing Darius to flee. It was a humiliating defeat for Persia, and a turning point that changed the balance of power forever. Following this victory, Alexander continued his relentless advance. Cities fell one after another. Tyre resisted and was destroyed after a brutal siege. Gaza was conquered. In Egypt, Alexander was welcomed as a liberator and declared the son of a god. There, he founded the city of Alexandria, which would later become one of the greatest centers of learning and culture in human history. But the final destruction of Persian power came at the Battle of Gaugamela. Once again outnumbered, Alexander used precise cavalry movements and flawless timing to shatter the Persian army. The Persian Empire collapsed, and its wealth, cities, and influence now belonged to a single man. Yet, conquest did not satisfy Alexander. Driven by ambition and a belief in destiny, he pushed further east into Central Asia and India. His soldiers marched through harsh terrain, extreme heat, and unfamiliar lands. They faced fierce resistance, disease, and exhaustion. At the Battle of the Hydaspes River, Alexander confronted King Porus, whose army used massive war elephants. Despite the challenge, Alexander won the battle, but the cost was immense. His soldiers, worn down by years of war, finally refused to march further. For the first time in his career, Alexander listened. Reluctantly, he agreed to turn back. In 323 BCE, while in the city of Babylon, Alexander fell ill and died at just 32 years old. He left behind no clear successor, and without his leadership, the vast empire he had built quickly fractured into rival kingdoms, ruled by his generals. Yet Alexander's legacy did not die with him. Greek culture spread across 3 continents. Trade routes expanded. Ideas, language, and knowledge flowed between East and West, shaping civilizations for centuries to come. Alexander's empire may have collapsed, but his impact on the world never faded. He is remembered not just as a conqueror, but as the man whose wars reshaped the ancient world and altered the course of civilization itself. Ows down. The most dangerous crisis isn't loud, it's silent.